What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm going to be showing you this automation over here that I just created that will significantly improve the quality of our follow-ups. As you can see, this is an example of a follow-up message that we sent to a prospect a while ago, and this is another follow-up that we just sent earlier today. The key difference with these follow-ups is that they actually take time to do. And so it doesn't necessarily have to include videos or images. The main thing we're doing here is actually thinking through what we want to say and making it super relevant to the prospect. And so this might include doing additional research on the company to find the other decision makers that we can introduce ourselves to in the thread. This might include, like you can see, videos, images, and so much more. And so this is not templated stuff. It might take 10 minutes to create one of these emails. And so here's the challenge that I was facing earlier today. I had like 70 tasks to do in one day, and it was just a ridiculous mess because you cannot do this to that many people every single day. And by the way, something really cool with HubSpot is that when you do a task and you check it off, you can actually move it to a day into the future. And so, as you can see, we've got 2 business days, 3 business days, 1 week, right? But let's say you've got 70 tasks to do, and you just do 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week, 1 week. All of these tasks are going to be for November the 26th. And so you can imagine on the 26th, it's going to be another crazy day. And so what this automation is going to do is it's actually going to normalize uh the task dates for us, ensuring that we have enough time in the day to actually follow up with the leads with the quality that we want to do it. And so over here, as an example, we've got 72 different tasks, and 16 of them are happening on the 26th. Two of them are happening on the 20th, and then on the 3rd, December 3rd, 10. Right? As you can see, uh, it's not all consistent. And like this particular day, the 22nd, we've got 34 tasks. That's just so many tasks, and we're not going to be able to do that. And so, what we're going to be doing with this automation is leveraging ChatGPT and this prompt over here to normalize the dates for us. And so, as you can see, it says analyze the JSON file with all of the dates and then just normalize them to ensure that we don't get more than 10 tasks in a particular date. And then once that's happened, we are then going to update dates inside HubSpot. And so I'm going to run this first, and then I'll dive into all of the setup instructions and how that would work. And so we will run it again, including everything. ChatGPT is going to take some time here, and then it's going to output the dates for us. And by the way, when you go to HubSpot, you are able to create custom reports on like bigger plans. Those plans I'm not on, and if I did want to go on those plans, it's several $100s a month, and so I'm probably not going to do that for the foreseeable future. And so you would really be stuck with something like this, where you just have to kind of guesstimate like how many tasks are in a specific day, and then just move it manually. But this is going to be significantly better. And so ChatGPT, as I mentioned, is going to analyze all of that stuff and then output a JSON file for us with all of the tasks. It looks like this. And so this is what it looks like. We ran the prompt, and on this 26th, we're going to get 3 tasks. On the 20th, 2 tasks. On the 3rd of December, 10 tasks. And as you can see, with each of these days, we're never getting more than 10 tasks. And what this is going to give us is predictability, and it's going to allow us to actually like not get swamped with too many tasks. And so we can actually focus on delivering like great follow-ups to our potential clients. And so let me start with how this works. What we are doing here is we're basically looking for all of the tasks that are not completed and are due later than today. If you have a team, you might actually have like thousands of tasks. And so one thing I would recommend is adding a filter for assignees. And so you can check over here to do assignees and then just do this one by one. So assign two and then just do this one by one. So one step before this would be to get all of the sales reps IDs, right? And then after this, we can actually ignore this part. This part is really just to show you guys like what it looks like in action, but it's not necessary. The next thing we're doing is basically converting the due dates into a JSON format. And so we're going to be using this text over here, and this whole section over here is basically looking at the dates and converting them into a format that we like. And so the way the dates are provided is November 26th, 2024 at 8 a.m. We just need the date. Like, we don't need to necessarily have all of that information. And so that's why we're formatting it like that. But we also do want to have it linked to a task ID, because we're going to be making those changes at the end of this, right? And so once that's done, the next thing we're doing is going to ChatGPT and asking it to change the dates. And so this is the prompt that I used. You can pause and read the prompt. But the reason I had mentioned, if you have like more than 100 like tasks, or like 1,000 plus, that type of thing with different team members, the reason I said you want to segment that is because the cheap GPT prompt is not going to be able to look at 1,000 records. And so what you're going to end up with is uh, wrong data if you have too many. So just keep that in mind. If you have a lot of people, you want to segment those GPT cycles. The next thing we do is, because ChatGPT is giving us a JSON, we're basically analyzing what that looks like. And so this is the message. We have it provide a JSON. And by the way, something that we do at the beginning of this prompt is basically say, do not output anything other than the JSON file, right? We don't need explanations as to how you did it. We don't need anything else. We just want the JSON, because what we're going to then do is parse the JSON and then iterate through that using the iterator. So what the iterator actually does is it takes that long list of bundles and collections and then just looks at them one by one. And so this is what it would look like one by one. And now that it's organized for us, we can actually just update the date. And so we can remove this section. As I mentioned, all these ones over here were really just to show you guys like what it looks like in action. But now we can actually update the date. And so what that's going to look like is, since we only have December 1st, we're going to have to reconvert it into a format that it can read. And so we'll spend some time doing that, and then the video is going to be over. Okay, so task ID, let's just do this as a quick test to see like if it would work with the way it's looking right now. So task ID, boom, and then we grab a date, November 26th. Let's just do that right now. Let's put it November the 26th, and then let's run it, and boom, there you go. So it's invalid date. And so this is an error because we need to format it to the correct date. And so something that I do that I want to show you guys is I use ChatGPT. I use ChatGPT a lot to help me out with creating different things. And so, for example, in this particular situation, I would ask, what format does HubSpot require in make.com for the due date? And the reason I prefer ChatGPT is because it can actually give a lot more complex responses than us doing this manually. And so what I mean by doing this manually is we would basically look at this particular section. As you can see, it says online help. And so to go to the online help, it's going to tell us what we can do with regards to the dates, but it's not going to be super clear. Like, what does this mean? Like, what format do I need? Oh, I guess we can actually see examples. Which, oh, okay, so there you go. We don't need to overly complicate it. It's over here. So this is the format that it's in. So we don't have the format like this right now. And so let's actually just go ahead and change it. And so what we need to do to change the format. By the way, ChatGPT gave us an answer over here. So YYYMMMDD. I'll actually just do this. Um, Okay, so let us go back to this over here. Let's grab the format date. So we want to parse the date that is provided, and then we want to format it into the correct format. And so what that's going to look like is we grab the due date, which is just December 1st at the moment. And the way it is just MMDO, right? So we would put that in the parse date section. And then as far as doing the formatting, we would just grab it from ChatGPT, which is YYMMDD, right? And we would paste that in here, and now it should work. So let's go ahead and run it. We need to put that same task ID, November 26th, and now it works. And so when we go back to the task over here, it was for when? When was the task? Oh, it's here. It's here. I'm dummy. Okay, anyways, it changed. So it's November 26th. And so that's how it's done, right? And now we can actually like do it across all of our tasks. I'm going to be running this on a daily basis, and what it's going to do is normalize all of the tasks that I have, ensuring that I can actually spend time crafting like meaningful follow-ups to prospects. Okay, hope that was helpful and hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye.